recognition. Ms. Wolarski is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I am absolutely thrilled to be here today to vote for USMCA. This agreement will deliver new opportunities for growth in my district in northern Indiana and across the whole country. The hardworking Hoosiers in Indiana's 2nd District are builders and growers. We manufacture most of the RVs you see on the road, as well as a large portion of boats and trailers. We manufacture auto parts and musical instruments. Our farmers put food on the table, including corn, soybeans, pork, duck, eggs, and dairy products. Mexico and Canada are key export markets for our manufacturers, farmers, ranchers, and the thousands of workers they employ. NAFTA slashed tariffs and other barriers for exports, but that was all the way back in 1994 when the internet was in its infancy, as trial CDs for American Online inundated all of our mailboxes. A company called Amazon was hiring its first employees. Cutting-edge cell phones back then we now call brick phones. Politicians have long made promises to update NAFTA, but they've never followed through. In the meantime, technology, transportation, and consumer habits have all evolved. NAFTA stayed the same. President Trump promised to modernize NAFTA for the 21st century, but unlike his predecessors, he kept that promise in the form of USMCA. USMCA dismantles trade barriers that have stood in the way of American exports. For farmers in my district, this means more dairy, poultry, and eggs are heading to Canada. For manufacturers, this means fewer paperwork headaches that slow shipments or prevent them altogether. For businesses of all sizes and types, this means e-commerce standards that promote fair competition will be used as a standard in future agreements. For workers, this means more jobs staying in the U.S. Robust enforcement ensures that the potential of USMCA doesn't evaporate, that the promises made by all sides are kept by all sides. And while I would have liked to see protection for America's innovators remain in the agreement, it doesn't touch U.S. law and reaffirms that only Congress can change U.S. law. Mr. Chairman, this day is long overdue, but I'm so happy it's finally here. Our economy is booming thanks to the tax cuts and regulatory reforms, and USMCA will help keep the momentum going by generating over $68 billion in economic growth and creating 178,000 jobs. It'll put more money in workers' pockets, and it'll help small business thrive. I want to give a special thanks to Ambassador Robert Lighthizer, whose ability to align the planets simply made this possible today. He and his staff at USTR did yeoman's work in putting this together. I'm grateful, Mr. Chairman, to have a seat at this table in this committee to voice my strong support for USMCA. This is a big win for President Trump. It's a big win for the American people, for farmers, ranchers, and workers and consumers, and I yield back.
Thank the gentlelady. Let me recognize